This is kind of a response video to Savannah Brown's video called I Could Write My Magnum Opus or I Could Simply Go to Bed. I just had to make a video related to that because it was just so relatable that I had to talk about it. So here I am. How I feel is often tied up with productivity. I don't feel good because I've not been productive. I feel good because I have been productive. And it's a little unnerving because if I've not been productive, then I'm sad and I feel incredibly restless and unsettled. Even in spite of having gone out with friends or having spent time with my family or having done something else that is good for me, but it was not productive, so I'm unhappy. That restlessness, I think, has a lot to do with social media. I think we're all surrounded by so many young, talented, incredible people who don't seem to have any downtime, at least online. There were two things that Savannah said in her video that just hit so hard. It's obscene the amount of people doing what you do, and they might be doing it better. Perfectly sums up what I feel about social media and what I do. It makes it very hard to be creative because when you sit down to write a song, for me, writing a song, how do you not question every line you've written, thinking that someone else could have and maybe already has written it better? The second thing that she said was, my true potential is some amorphous shape on the other side that I can't quite reach. Which is another thing that really bothers me because I just feel like I can transform every line into something intelligent or something that is much better. But maybe it doesn't need to be, first of all. And second of all, maybe I can't. Hi, editing me here. The way that I think of potential is that it kind of increases as you get better and better at something. And if that were to be true, that just means that I will never reach my full potential, whatever that means, because I always have space to do better. I find that scary because then whenever I write, there is always a nagging feeling that there is something that can be done better. Also, I am afraid of reaching a point where I don't know what to write about. It's daunting to feel like you want to write, desperately want to write, but you just have absolutely no ideas. I don't think I will truly run out of ideas to write because there are endless things that I could write about. I'm not sure whether I could write well when it comes to certain topics. And when there are so many people who are so much better at what you do, will I ever get the opportunity to be successful? Or have I completely got it wrong and there is no such thing and there is enough space for everyone to be successful? The way I describe success is being financially independent, doing what I love. Savannah said somewhere in her video that she doesn't care about fame or public adoration. It's certainly an unfortunate side effect of what she wants to do. And for me, I have to disagree because my definition of success requires me to have fame and public adoration in the first place. So I do care about fame and public adoration because it is an unfortunate side effect of what I want to do. I've worried a lot about success in the past whether I will ever be successful, whether I need to change my definition of success. I think the only comforting thought is what Savannah said, that is, the things I love have come to me purely through serendipity. And I find that comforting because even though that is also a very uncertain thing, I have to agree. Everything that I love has purely come through me through serendipity, and I think it would be correct of me to assume that the same thing would happen with me. I guess I just have to have faith in myself and faith in my process and my path in life to find people through this luck. If there's one thing that I've avoided all my life, or I've tried to avoid all my life, is being a proud and egotistical person. I've never wanted to be that way, and yet I find myself sitting here saying that I am kind of entitled. I just feel like I put in a lot of effort into what I do, and I feel entitled to fame or success or whatever, and I hate it. I hate that I am, or that I do feel this way. In my experience, not quite being able to distinguish between confidence and pride, and mistaking bad self-talk for humility has probably led me to feel this way. I kind of do understand now that confidence actually goes hand in hand with humility. If you're confident, you don't go through turbulent roller coasters of feeling like you're the best in this room, and then the next moment feeling like you're the worst in this room. I think that oscillation itself is a result of judgment of myself. I wish that I didn't have to look around and compare to feel a sense of worth. At the end of the day, I just want to be, and I just want to do, and also look at everyone else through that lens. If this is a little confusing, like I can kind of give you a weird example, but the word artist itself is something that I hold in such high regard that, first of all, I don't feel qualified to call myself an artist in spite of making music, because compared to other artists, there are things that there are certain things that they have that I don't have, or maybe I haven't been presented with those opportunities as well. And second of all, even in those rare moments when I do feel qualified to call myself an artist, there is a sense of ego that is kind of attached with it. I wish that in my mind, artist was just that, just someone who makes art, and there is nothing great about that, but there's also nothing insignificant about that. Our brains don't like ambiguity and the in-between grey area. But I do know that a part of maturity is to live and thrive in that in ambiguity, restlessness, fear, uncertainty. But that is hard.